Even though I'm relatively proficient in both physical and digital mediums of all kinds, I've never been comfortable considering myself an artist per se, because I don't have the patience to be really good at digital art, like learning all the different techniques that you need to do. And I've never had the technical ability, or I guess I've just never practiced enough with physical art to make it look really professional. But either way, I love making art, and one of my favorite expressions of my artistic creativity is card games. It's no secret on this channel how much I love making card games. I did a whole video on it a couple months ago, all the different card games that I've made over the years. And looking back on all the different ones, both physical and digital, that I've tried to make, the ones that I love the most and remember most fondly are the ones that I did by hand. I did all the art by hand. I did photocopies, scanning, printing stuff, etc. Those are the ones that I like the most, even though the quality of the art is not necessarily as good. Like the art that I'm making here for this game is not at all good art. It would not be considered by anybody to be good, but I think it looks really nice, sort of the handmade feeling of it. And in aggregate, all of the different cards put together, it looks pretty cool, I think. I also love making physical cards like this, the mix of analog and digital mediums. Having to do everything by hand can be burdensome, and so it's really helpful to have modern technology, computers, printers, scanners, etc., to make the process of making these cards a lot more fun, and I can just enjoy the art of making them without worrying about the logistics of storing them, because I can store the photocopies on my computer and just throw away the paper. I can make copies super easily. None of the problems that you would have if you were doing it completely analog transfer over to this mixed way of doing it. I love using my typewriter to put these cards together, because one of the biggest problems that I had in the past making card games physically is that my handwriting sucks. Bad art I can tolerate, but bad penmanship is just unacceptable. And so yeah, with this card game, I decided that I still wanted to maintain the handmade feel, but I didn't want it to look bad. So I found a way to use my typewriter by printing out blank photocopies, making several of those, and then typing onto them, and then scanning those again, and then making copies with that. And I think the final look of these cards is so good. I'm so happy with them. I love it so much. Another thing that I just love about these card game projects is I suppose the repetitive variability. Like doing digital art, or really doing anything digitally, can get very tedious very quickly, because even though you might be doing many different things, you might be bouncing back and forth between a Word document and an After Effects project, and recording things, doing research, all that stuff. All of that activity is taking place within a very limited scope of physical action. Like you're either clicking or you're typing. Like that's pretty much all you can do. But doing these by hand, even though I'm accomplishing all of the same tasks that I would if I was making this game digitally, completely digitally, I'm doing so many more different things. Like I'm cutting, I'm drawing, painting, typing. All of these things put together make the experience a lot more fun. But it's still very repetitive, and it can get very dull. But having to spend an hour and a half cutting paper is, for whatever reason, a lot more fun than spending an hour and a half in an After Effects project, for me anyway. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this this little card game project came out. I'm going to spend the next couple weeks like play testing this game to make sure that it's not completely broken, because all of the abilities for different cards I just sort of came up with off the top of my head. That's pretty much the way I've always done it. But after I've play tested the cards and maybe made some necessary changes, I think it could be fun to like put these on my website and maybe sell packs of them. I don't know. We'll see how well this video does, and I'll probably do a dispatch about it in a couple weeks. But if you like what you're seeing on screen right now and you'd like to maybe have some of these cards someday, make sure to stay up to date with everything happening on my website. Subscribe to the newsletter, which is linked on there. Everything is in the description. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you enjoyed watching this process. Thanks for watching. Bye.